y'all, my name's Addison and I'm at Madison's house and I'm just giving y'all a message. Be chill.
Before Addison Rae would amass over 28 million followers on TikTok, 9 million followers on Instagram, almost 1 million followers on Twitter, and over 1 million on YouTube at the time of this recording. Before Addison Rae would find herself going on a date with fellow TikTok star Bryce Hall. Before the Kid Leroy would shoot his own shot and make a song dedicated just to her.
She was like, "Is this song like a real song?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And it wasn't, but I was like, "Yeah, it is. It's a real song." And then she was like, "Oh my God, let me be in the music video." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't even know if it's gonna be one, but yeah." Went back to the studio where I'm at now in my crib. I was like, "Yeah, we gotta finish the song." I was like, I gotta put it out.
Your girl Addison Rae, she just hit number 2 on YouTube's trending page and she's only posted like 5 videos. Yeah, the power of TikTok, it's no joke. And to think Addison, she only posted her first video to TikTok just last year in 2019. Ever since then, well, the kid, she's been blowing up. Now Addison, she's got experience all across the board, whether it's in dancing, modeling, or cheerleading.
You love being a cheerleader, I know that, but there is nothing like being on the sidelines on Friday night. Would you agree?
I agree. We love being out here and supporting our boys and supporting the team. And we're such a small school that we're just so close to the football players. So when they win, we experience the win too.
When you're right here with them, you feel the power and the emotion, and it can be powerful, right?
Her combination of interests, it hit that sweet spot with Generation Internet, and she's posed to become a massive influencer all across the board. Now Addison has expanded her brand so rapidly in the span of just a year that she's become a bona fide influencer ready to take over the world. She also came in second in a poll we ran here on our community page asking you guys which TikToker we should cover next. So when we run those polls, well yeah, we're actually paying attention and then we get to work. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden documenting the life and career of Addison Rae prior to fame. Here for you, of course, are Before They Were Famous. Now, do you guys think there's room on TikTok for a handsome Irishman? Because Before They Were Famous is now on the platform. So search for me under my handle at McCruddenM, and well, give your boy a follow. I know I'll never be as big as Addison Rae, but a man in his 30s can dream, can't he? Other recent drops on this channel, they include Charlie D'Amelio, and for God's sakes, will someone watch our video on Lil Huddy? I mean, I'm not taking it personally, but he might, because like no one watched that video. Guys, I'm just worried about Lil Huddy, that's all I'm saying. Now there's lots of drama going on with the Hype House, and it looks like our next batch of talent will be getting their break off of TikTok. So you guys, as always, gotta let me know who's next in the comments down below. And now let's get into the come up story of Addison Rae. Addison Rae Easterling was born on October 6, 2000 in Lafayette, Louisiana. Now we combed through all of Addison's social media feeds and we discovered a few throwback images from her past via Instagram. And thanks to her own due diligence, well, we even found a couple old vines from way before she was famous.
I have 72 bays. Did I say 72? I'm at 73. And then y'all don't like me.
I love it when the stars do that. They really make my job a whole lot easier. Now, been there, Addison, but you're young. You'll bounce back. See, I told ya. Now, Addison, she recently graduated from high school at Calvary Baptist Academy in Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, she's apparently considering getting a major in mass communications and broadcast journalism, but she hasn't decided if she wants to attend Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge or the University of Louisiana in Lafayette. Now, I got a feeling she'll be thinking more along the lines of UCLA these days, if anything at all. I mean, once you made it in Hollywood, do you really even need to? Now, ever since Addison was a kid, she's been passionate about 3 things. We're talking makeup, fashion, and dancing. Now she's been dancing since she was 7 years old, and as she's grown up, she's come into her own skin. Now she's found a career path that has managed to combine all 3 of those things. And her athletic endeavors have also extended into softball, where she won the 2016 Class 2A state championship with her team, the Lady Cavs, which may be in the running for the best name for a sports team of all time. And in 2018, she participated in the All-American Universal Cheerleaders Association camp. Now Addison, she also became a member of the Shreveport Dance Academy in early 2019, and her favorite type of music to groove to is contemporary and jazz, which basically makes her Florence and the Machine kind of a dancer. Or I guess that's her target audience. While still living in Shreveport, Addison, she was signed by the Michael Turney Agency, a modeling firm that has handled most of her endorsement deals to this point. But we'll get into that in just a moment. Now, her TikTok fame, it actually started off as a bit of a surprise to Addison.
When I first downloaded TikTok, it was kind of as a joke. I think that's kind of what everyone downloads it as. But I was babysitting a lot of like middle schoolers at the time, and they all had TikTok, and that was kind of like the age group that used the app at the time. And I ended up getting it just because they all had it. And
those middle-agers, man. They're like prophetic, and they can foretell the content of the future. Now I gotta get me some of them as fans. I really hope saying that it doesn't get me on some kind of list somewhere. You know, the kind of list I'm talking about. Anyway, getting off topic. Let's move on. Now, speaking to Hollywire, Addison, she stated, I actually only downloaded the app in July, made a post with a friend, and literally out of nowhere, it got 93,000 likes. And I was like, whoa, I like this. Social media is an endorphin rush, and young kids all over the world, they're getting hooked. Now, Addison, she grew up with parents Sherry Easterling and her father Monty Lopez. Now, she also has two brothers, Lucas and Enzo, and it was actually a TikTok video featuring her mother that really skyrocketed Addison's career.
our first video that we did together did really well together, and we ended up making a couple more, and we did one to Mariah Carey's song, Why You So Obsessed With Me.
Well, that and a little help from a Mariah Carey like as well. Much like with Charli D'Amelio is starting to notice a trend these days with TikTokers, the apple, it doesn't fall far from the tree. You know, with the moms, if you catch my drift. Now, Sherry, who's a photographer and an engineer, well, she even has her own TikTok account with over 4 million followers. And when Addison was signed by WME Talent Agency in January of this year, well, guess who signed with her? Both her mother and her father. Yeah, it was a package deal. That's TikTok clout right there, for real. Now, Addison, she also recently moved to Los Angeles in December of last year, and besides continuing to beef up her social following, well, she's also pursuing dreams of becoming an actress.
Pushing to get into acting really hard right now. So I've been on a lot of auditions and castings and stuff like that, so hopefully in the next year I'll be casted in a movie or TV show, which would be so insane because that's kind of always been my dream, just to be on the big screen.
Since moving to LA, well, Addison, she co-founded the Hype House.
There's a house. There's some, tell me about the house. What's it called?
The Hype House.
The Hype House.
There is the Hype House, and it's a house where 14 creators live, and it's just really about content, bringing each other up. It really doesn't even matter about the followers in the house. It's more just making content together, doing what we love to do.
But she doesn't actually live there herself. And since moving to the West Coast and into the public eye, well, her love life has also exploded with multiple guys vying for her attention. Yeah, okay, I can see why. Much like my man Derek Zoolander, she's really, really, really ridiculously good looking. All right. Now, speaking of men vying for her heart, well, first of all, there's a ton of rumors out there that she's recently been dating fellow TikToker from the Sway House. I'm talking about a guy by the name of Bryce Hall.
But our first date was at Katsuya.
Oh, that's nice.
Sushi thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
However, whether they are or not a thing, well, it's somewhat open for discussion.
Okay, we are just friends. So it kind of we actually met in October, and we started hanging out a lot. It was kind of we weren't even really friends, I would say. We were just kind of around the same people a lot, more acquaintances, I guess you could say. And then later into October, we ended up just hanging out a lot. And when I was coming back and forth to LA, I didn't live here. I was coming back for Halloween and my birthday and stuff like that. We kind of just started hanging out more. And then once I moved here, we started hanging out a lot, and then we got super close, and we were really, really, really good friends.
And there's another star on the rise who is competing for her affection.
Studio one day with my homie Han, he made a beat, and I just the first thing I said, I was just I need a bad bitch, Addison Rae. It was only literally 3 or 4 lines, and then I just bounce this shit out. I'm gonna make a TikTok to it. So I just stared at the camera, and I was just
No, Addison, she's not always all fun and games. In fact, she can be a very introspective person. Now, those vines we dug up, they actually came from her Instagram account because she's been feeling nostalgic and she wanted to take a look back at her past. Now, she's also clever enough to already realize that all of their success, as great as it is, well, it could be fleeting. She spoke with Elite Daily on how she's worried that TikTok is gonna turn into the next Vine. Now, one day, I'm actually gonna make my last one of these Before They Were Famous videos, guys. But don't worry, I'll be gray by then, and I'll likely be using a cane. How long do you guys actually think I could keep this show going? Or how long do you think I could grow my beard? Oh, we talking Gandalf levels? because don't dare me, I'll do it. With brand endorsement deals beginning to roll in from the likes of Chantilly Boutique, Fashion Nova, Uptown Cheapskate, and McCary's Jewelers, Addison is very clearly just on the precipice of the fame that she one day will ultimately achieve. As for the rest of the story, well, I'm gonna wrap this one up here because this is Before They're Famous. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Is there anyone else from the Hype House that you guys want us to profile? Or how about someone from the Sway House? Or how about the Super Duper Cool House? All right, you caught me. I made the last one up. But you know, it's probably like only a matter of time before that house gets made. I swear, LA's just all houses now. God damn. All right, let me know who's next in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrudden. Follow me on TikTok, for real. And Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else. See you guys in another video. Boom!